Well, guys, I am happy to say that this is actually the first video ever recorded on the new PC. So we're going to see how this works. It's looking pretty good right now. Look at this. You'd see 60 FPS. At least I hope so. It looks like it, to me anyway. And everything should be better. So, I mean, you never know. Stutters and shit might still happen because it's still like it's a very old visual novel. And I'm on like Windows 10, and Windows 10 is garbage, apparently. But hey, whatever. Anywho, the sound of an alarm pulls me out of a fitful slumber and into the unpleasant state of wakefulness. I linger under the blanket for a few minutes, gathering energy to rise up while making excuses as for why I already haven't. Honestly, I wouldn't mind staying here for all day. School's surprisingly exhausting after a long pause, and the culture shock still hasn't faded, I think. Still, despite getting an impression that skipping class is easy here, I don't think they're just gonna let me get away that easily. Nope. Where's that? Whoa, where is he? And the nurse is bound to keep breathing down my goddamn neck, with the talk of exercising as well. So eventually I need to rise up, swallow the morning medications, and put on my old soccer clothing. Thanks to my condition, I was exempted from taking part in gym classes at Yamaku, so I didn't get issued with a gym outfit. I'd overcome I'd overcome the Hellbrain? I mean, he's gonna overcome some things. I'd order some to cover such a contingency, but wearing my old soccer clothes is kind of nostalgic. I feel it. I can't use them for that anymore, so maybe they can get a new life this way. A bit like me. Aw. After all, if I'm going to be start taking care of myself, I can't afford to slack around. I'll start from the basics. Basics which include keeping the rest of my body in shape, along with what little I can do to strengthen my heart. Maybe then I can go back to something approaching normal life. Or at least something where I'm less likely to fall over dead at any minute. Don't make me feel bad, like real bad already. Oh, hey, I'm surprised to discover that I'm not the only one present at the track. Not just that, but it's a face I've seen before. Is it, I was gonna say it's probably, fuck. Emmy? The prosthetic-legged girl. I say Emmy because I'm like, we've only heard her name like once, so. The prosthetic-legged girl, thank you, Brain, who bowled me over the hallway yesterday is running on the track lithely, like a half-mechanical gazelle. Dude, what was her name again? It was a short one, but I can't remember. She seems to be running laps at a somewhat easy lope, her prosthetic legs clacking rhythmically on the hard track surface. Hey, you go, girl. I wonder what reason she has for running this early in the morning. Maybe it's something akin to mine, and the nurse is oppressing the poor girl to jog just like he is oppressing me. Hey, she might be a good workout buddy, let's be honest. I certainly wouldn't be here if it weren't for my health and his prompting me to do so. And even with things being like they are, it's only because I want to get it out of the way early. The fact that I would be less likely to encounter someone who would witness my pitiful attempts to get in shape was merely a happy accident. I'd leave, but it seems that my former assailant noticed me on her last lap. Damn it! I was gonna slink away. She waves at me cheerfully and jogs over. Good morning. Your name's Hisao, right? I'm not gonna do the, his name's Hisao, because her voice is supposed to be like high-pitched. I wouldn't really say I can do high-pitched. That's the only way I can choose to do a high-pitched voice. That's literally the only way I can do it. She grins, seemingly pleased that she'd remember my name. And if I did that voice, everyone would fucking hate me. You may not remember me. Emmy? You know, I knocked you over in the hallway yesterday. I was right. Look, I need to get it beaten into my skull, your name. If I don't, then how could I forget such a, blunt introduction? Emmy has the decency to look vaguely apologetic for a moment before giggling. Yeah, sorry about that. Again. Well, so long as you don't make a habit out of it, I suppose I'll be just fine. Great! I'm not sure she realized I was joking. So, the spy consultant the nurse was talking about is that you? That's right! Oh. Who else would it have been? We walk out here, and she's here. I was expecting someone from the nursing staff, to be honest. What are you saying? I don't look like I could be a spy? No, this is more like a relief. I was afraid he would have someone to watch my every move. Unless you're here to do exactly that. No, I'm here for my own reasons. The nurse just asked me if I had seen a messy-haired transfer student who looks like he's kind of lost around the track. So why are you down here? Emmy strikes a dramatic pose. Training! For what? Track. I went track! Ah, I see. So you're on the track team then? Emmy nods enthusiastically. Yep, I'm one of the best runners too. Damn, and modest about it too. Hey, you should join up. It's good exercise, I'm not a fan of exercise. I'd just rather sit down and eat my cheese puffs. I think that much activity is probably out of the question for me. Also, my heart problem. I'm talking about cheese puffs and I have, actual problems in the game. Nah, I'm not even sure that I really like running all that much. Plus, I'm just not into organized sports, It's true, never really got that much into soccer. Neither do I. I mean, I'd run around with my friends and all, but that was really the only reason I ever played. It wasn't for the glory to be found on the field, for sure. Emmy seems to understand my meaning. I see. Well, not into that whole organization thing. But now that you're here, I guess we're going to run together, huh? Sure, I guess. Emmy seems pleased. Are you going to warm up? Real men don't warm up. That's a damn bold-faced ass lie. Oh no, you should always warm up. Bad Hisao. Oh, she scolds me enthusiastically. Did I say yes? Yes, I did. But then smiles and leans closer. Oh, I hate warming up too. She laughs suddenly. Heck, I don't even have to stretch my legs. As if to confirm her statement, she bounces up and down a couple times, giving a passing impression of standing on a pair of springs. Her leg blade seems to be quite elastic. Let's go. I love when they're just joking about their problems. I feel like that's probably that's what I would do if I had some sort of thing. I just joke about it all the time. Yeah, missing my eye. You could be a pirate if you want, just something like that. I don't know. I don't have. It's just I definitely would joke about it. Anywho, so we both take off around the track, and I can immediately see that she wasn't lying about being good at running. Emmy moves fluidly, throwing herself into the run with a sort of wild abandon. I find myself concentrating more on running properly. Hands spread, right? And something about hitting off the balls of your feet rather than the heels. I try to match my stride to Emmy's, but it's pretty difficult. Apparently I'm not very good at it. Maybe Emmy could help me with that sometime. I'm not really feeling up to more than a couple laps today. Maybe and slow to a walk pretty quickly. Oh, am I doing good? I'm slow into a walk. Hold on. Emmy keeps running and doesn't seem to notice I've stopped until she passes me a second time. What are you doing? She quickly skids to a halt, breathing steadily in contrast to my own somewhat gasping demeanor. God. Finished already? I hang my head ruefully. Oh, yeah. I'm not in very good shape right now. Emmy nods and then grins at me again. She seems to do a lot of smiling. Well, the important thing is you started, right? Next time, you just have to try to hold out longer, and then longer, and then longer, and then longer, and eventually you'll be great. I'll keep that in mind. But I think right now, I'm going to go get ready for class. Shouldn't you? Emmy shrugs unconcernedly. Nah, I got plenty of time. She can like do some more training and bolt her ass there faster than we can. I noticed that she's not wearing a watch. Are you sure? Another careless shrug. Not really, but I've got to finish my routine. See you later, Hisao. Sure. See ya. I'm not sure whether this morning's experiment was a success or a failure, but I'll admit that I do feel slightly good about getting out here first thing in the morning. And like Emmy said, I just need to keep at it in order to get better, right? Practice makes perfect, or something. It's nice, at least, to feel like I've taken some semblance of control over my own situation and health. I'll have to try to keep this up. But maybe my decisions make it so that that's not the case. I head back to the dorm to wash and change into my uniform, trying to resist the urge to take a really long and hot shower. Hey, look. Oh, what the shit? Okay, no, never mind. It was good. There's the art, still there. I'm tired from all the running, so I just want to unwind. But I don't want to break my slowly building routine of getting to school before the morning rush. Come on, let's go. Damn, you see that? It's fluid now. It's not any of that like I thought there would still be. Anywho, after taking a long shower anyway, I dry myself off and get out of the stall to put on my clothes. Oh, Lord. Out of nowhere, a shadow appears within the mist, looming and radiating malice intent. Malice intent? I mean, malicious intent. It bursts through the fog. Perfect censorship. Sup? What are you doing here? What the fuck? You scared me. What's your fucking problem? I should be asking you that. I've been looking for you all over the place, man. What do you mean all over the place? Do I also have a leaf covering my penis? I want to ask if he's been looking for me like that, stark naked, but hold my tongue back. Finally realize I'm still naked too, and quickly hold up my shirt in front of me, but Kenji doesn't seem to notice a thing. His glasses are fogged up, but then why doesn't he wipe them off? Is his vision so bad it's like he's perpetually seeing through fog? You know, your room and... Yeah, that's it. Hey, I mean, I still had to get up. Whatever. It's not important. Can I borrow some money? What? He puts on an innocent face and looks away, trying very hard to look very casual. It doesn't work. He's as transparent as his window pane sized glasses. Talking neutrally like this, wearing nothing, feels awkward. Actually, somehow it's even more awkward to be naked in front of someone when they can't see me being naked. To say nothing of the fact that he's naked as well. I try to brush that feeling off with little success. Money? Sure, I guess. Awesome. Wait, why do you need it? Can't you just give it to me because I had the goodwill not to run through your pockets while you were in the shower? I could have, but I exercised restraint. And in the end, isn't that the thought that counts? Come on, be a pal. That makes no fucking sense. If it's the thought that counts, I should withhold payment since his thoughts were clearly so impure and his intentions are probably even more sinister since he can't tell me what they are. I say as much to him. I'm offended, man. But if that is your game, then fine. I guess I have no choice. I want to order a pizza. Ooh, sounds real good. Pepperoni? I'm a big fan of just basic bitch pepperoni pizza. And I already have most of the cost of the pizza. I need your help for the rest. I'm gonna get some of that pizza too, right? No. What? Are you fucking serious? Yeah, I would give you some, but you have class. You don't have time to eat pizza. What about you? I'm not going to class. I have to wait for the pizza and pay the guy, and then eat it. It's not easy. You have to obtain the pizza stealthily. If you don't, everyone will see you, and the pizza, and they will ask for a slice. It's a hard world out there. Everyone wants a piece. Then you're left pizzaless in an unforgiving world. It's happened before, you know. Every day I plan my vengeance so that when the people who wronged me order a pizza, I will be there, ever vigilant. Kenji strikes a dramatic pose, completely without irony. But yeah, I only need like 400 yen, please. Please, you're my only hope. I can't go outside and buy my own pizza, it's too far. I try not to go out unless it's absolutely necessary. Let me tell you what happened the last time I went out without carefully planning it out in advance. I was outside. I can't remember what I was doing. Something? Standing? Maybe wondering how I got there? Anyway, and then, out of nowhere, it happened. Like a flash of lightning, splitting the sky. Like how you split a sandwich into 2 equal pieces to make it more manageable to hold and eat. A bird crapped on my head. It was the second most shocking moment of my life. What was the first? He ignores me and keeps going. I want to grab him and shake him. Is he just trying to keep momentum? I'll go with that, even if it's more likely he's just didn't hear me. It was like in the openings to some kind of anime show. You know, how there's always the part where the main dude is fighting his rival, and then they fly at each other and clash swords, and then there's like big dramatic colored auras and zoom. It was like that, but with poo. Okay, well, so yeah, I need some money, please. Don't leave me hanging, man. I only need like 1,000 yen. What? Hold on! I thought it was 400. Okay. What? I'll pay you back, I swear. You fucking better. That's what it means to borrow stuff. I don't know when I'll be able to pay you back. You have 1 week. Kenji winches and winches. What's a winches? Winces and makes a noise like a dying cow. A particularly disturbing fact, given that his baton is conducting freely. You're not supposed to be so tight-assed about money between brothers in arms, man. Men have it bad enough as it is. Do you know that male porn stars only make about half of what the female porn stars make? I can understand because the man does, I mean, yeah, he's doing work, but he ain't the star of the show. That doesn't mean anything unless you're a porn star. So maybe I am a porn star. On the side, struggling to make ends meet as I fight the feminist agenda. And you can't even spot me, your crumbs, you bastard. Nobody understands. Nobody. Wouldn't feminists be against pornography in the first place? This feminist agenda stuff again? This stuff is important. I can see that you don't give a shit. But this is serious here. Feminists are a dangerous enemy, make no mistake. You take them lightly, and you'll wake up in the morning with a knife in your back. Bam! Out of nowhere. How do you wake up in the morning if someone stabbed you in your sleep? You don't make any goddamn sense. Women are terrible at stabbing things. Wow. I tell that to all the yanderes. That I love. I thought you just said don't take them lightly. Well, I don't mean take them lightly for the big things. Individually, they're not a threat, but if there was some kind of war, like a big war with men on one side and the feminist forces on the other, it would be pretty ugly. And that day will come when the feminists come out of their central top secret worldwide feminist headquarters and say, "It's on now, motherfuckers!" You're being insane! There's no big worldwide feminist headquarters building. Where would they even hide it? I mean, had to have to be massive, and you couldn't hide that on Earth. Somewhere, someone would notice a big fortress with only women in it. Who said it was on Earth? Oh, jeez. I turn away from Kenji and start practicing frowning faces in the mirror so that I can figure out what kind of frown will best express my emotions. He can't see me from this distance anyway, which unfortunately means that he just keeps on ranting without any regard to sense or sensibility. Yeah, there's a war going on. A war not many know about, but it's a great one that will one day boil over and encompass all the known world. Then we will have to pick sides. We will have to make a stand. In fact, it's happening right now. Imagine it. The bloody battlefield. A vicious conflict without end. I almost gave up when I thought this cause was silly. When I grew tired of the bleakness of our fight. When I mistook the time, the power went out for a feminist raid and thought the end was near. But then I realized that if I gave up, it would be all over. And I was like, whoa. And knew I had to get serious. Dude, I can't even... How do you even... Because I was the last sane man left in an insane world. It's about duty. Must be a pretty crappy movement if all of it hinges on one naked guy ranting in the bathroom to another naked guy. So can I have the money? She's blocking the way out. It's getting cold because I'm still naked and I want to go to class. So I agree to spot him the money. Awesome. Thanks, dude. We should go bowling later on. Hey, Nico, let's go bowling. Bowling? Yeah, it's the ultimate sport. There are almost no women bowlers either, making it also the manliest sport. Should I wear my pink bowling shirt with matching shoes or the pastel green with flower accents? I like the pink. They're bowling clothes? Maybe. Anyway, you better pay me back. I can pay you back in stuff, right? I don't even have the time to ask him to elaborate what that even fucking means. I don't know. I had to get to class, and you're kind of in my way. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I don't want to hold you up, and I have some stuff to do myself. The time has come. The time for what? I just like saying that. Okay, now the time has really come. For what? I have to use the bathroom. Get out! I was just going to. And what does that mean? It's a big bathroom. So, I had to be alone or I can't go. The pressure. Dude, I know that feeling. Okay, what if someone else comes in? I'll think of something. I give him a practice frown, and it looks kind of silly reflected in his glasses. He either doesn't notice or doesn't see. Anyway, so I get dressed and run back to my room, feeling as though an eternity has passed since I woke up. Jesus Christ, that was a fucking other whole goddamn experience. Dude, every experience with Kenji is gonna be nuts, and I love it. This is the time I will never get back. I'll get him for this somehow. But right now, I have to get to class. Alright. See, it's so, like, transitions don't freak out anymore. Oh! It's so good. I'm the first person in class today, although I think I'm a little too early. Then again, sitting here alone for 20 minutes sure beats having to suffer that time with Kenji. The combination of fatigue, frustration, and boredom starts making me feel very tired. I black out for a second, waking up when my head hits the surface of my desk. Rubbing my forehead, I realize that this is as good a reason as any to stay up for now and stop coming to class so early later. Eventually, I hear a tapping noise outside in the hallway, and Lily's tall figure appears in the doorway. She's not in this class, so she must have some other business. Maybe she's looking for Hanako. Lily stops at the door, looking hesitant as if she was a vampire who can't come in unless invited. I consider doing so because she looks rather lonesome standing there. She steps into the class on her own accord, though, after straightening her skirt and shirt collar as if it was of importance to look prim and proper when entering our classroom. Excuse me, she calls into the quiet classroom with a probing, delicate voice. I realize the silence might unnerve her because of her blindness, so I break it. Good morning, Lily. Yeah, hey. Hisao, good morning. I didn't hear you come in. I wonder if she thinks it's suspicious I didn't say anything to her before. It's likely if I were to tell her, tell too big a lie right now, it would sink me. Well, I was already here, just, sleeping until now. Oh, have you seen Hanako today by any chance? No, she seems to only come in just before the bell rings, or like a little after that. Do you want me to tell her something for you? No, it's fine. I think it's strange, but I think we're the only two people in the school right now. I didn't hear anyone else on my way here. I shouldn't have gotten up so early today, I guess. You're chastising yourself for doing something that other people should. Punctuality is a good thing, I think so anyway. It's a very busy morning today. The festival's coming up soon, and today is the deadline for event registration, budget reports, and any other official paperwork. It could be that everyone is trying to complete the necessary forms at the last minute. Maybe that is why it's so quiet today. Oh, Jesus Christ. Of course it's Misha. Hi! Oh, God, no. The bad blood. Misha pops into the room with Shizune as if on cue, shouting with a loudness that makes Lily visibly flinch. I mean, if you're sitting there, it's like a nice, quiet conversation, and someone bursts into the fucking room shouting. That'd fucking make anyone jump. Hi, Hick-chan! Hi. Look, it's the class representative. Hello! Lily smiles, probably amused by Misha's or Shizune's use of the word look. Good morning. Of course, you're not the representative of this class, right? Right? I'm not. Lily seems a little more guarded in her answers to Shizune than she was with me the other day. Guess they really don't get along at all. I didn't like the whole look thing. That's fucked up. Then I realized that Lily might actually not know Shizune's present, and she's trying to detect whether or not she is, to know who she's talking to. For all she knows, she's talking to Misha, but knowing that she and Shizune are practically inseparable, she might expect Shizune being the one that actually talks. I was gonna say, if Misha's around, Lily probably just would assume that Shizune's there. At least I would. If I was blind, if I was in her position, oh yeah. I'd be like, damn, how complicated. I decided to help Lily out for my own peace of mind more than anything else. You're here early, Shizune. ... You were here even earlier than us. Misha puffs out her cheeks angrily. Why is she getting angry? Does she feel emotions on Shizune's behalf too? It's not that weird though, that Shizune didn't like my comment. It's true I was here earlier than them, so me saying something like that could definitely be misinterpreted as anything. Especially to Shizune, who doesn't have the benefit of hearing tone to gauge intent. Before I can start weighing whether or not to apologize, Shizune has already moved on. Class rep! It's a good thing you're here. We have to talk. The festival's coming up in 3 days, right? Every other class has already handed in their projected budget reports for the events. Even for the first years. Except you! I fucking love doing that, dude. I don't know why. There's still time to hand it in, isn't there? Today! The deadline is today! You're certainly taking your time, aren't you? If I had it my way, I'd have had all the necessary paperwork days ago, but someone had to say the deadline. Please extend it. Yes, that was me. Planning something on this scale is not a small task, and a week is too small of a time frame to expect a whole class to work out such a complex issue completely. Ooh, I burped. Do you want to know what's harder than distributing the funds for one class event? Handling the same matter for every class in the school, and then some. The one who does that is me. All right, everyone, calm down. Jesus Christ. It's not that big of a fucking deal. Misha puts her hands on her hips and stands up straight. Well, she's really getting into the role. Lily doesn't look like she's very amused, though. Shizune, aren't you being, like, a little too hard on her? Like, there's still a whole day left. Come on. Please, Sasao. It's quite all right. Lily seems happy I'm taking her side, but I'm a bit conflicted that a bit conflicted that I might not think she could take care of herself. If this is about the budget, then I'm disappointed. Then I'm disappointed you think I have forgotten about it. I understand how important it is. Then can I have it, please? Shizune, she might not have it on her at this exact second. It's not here right now. I asked 2 students to take care of it for me. Students from my class. She emphasizes the last sentence, much to my surprise. She knows about Shizune and Misha's efforts to rope me into the student council? Question mark, Space Marines? I guess word must have gotten around, so now she's using me as ammo against Shizune. This just gets fucking better and better. It was your responsibility. A budget report isn't something that you should just be delegating away. As class rep, it is your job to be on top of things. This kind of disregard for proper procedure is really just terrible. They completed it, being capable of doing so. But the students have been sick recently, so they could not have come to school to give it back to me. If you want, I will apologize on their behalf for getting sick. Okay. Although Misha misses Lily's little jab entirely, Shizune doesn't, and she seems torn between being offended by Lily's daring and jumping for joy at the prospect of a challenge. Lily, don't they live here at school? That's like a 5-minute walk, you know. What could they possibly have that prevents them from taking 5 minutes out of their busy lives to drop something off that will affect the enjoyment of their entire class? Lily opens her mouth to say something, but Shizune closes the gap between them and starts signing furiously. Oh, Jesus. This is awkward. Waving her hands around like an orchestra conductor. Misha tries her best to convey the same passion, but can't seem to lose her normal cheerful tone. The result is interesting and somewhat surreal. And what's with the attitude? I said that it's not something you should be delegating away. Are you the class representative, or aren't you? Tell me the names of those 2 students. They should have your job if you can't handle something this simple yourself. Jesus Christ. Calm down. One form isn't the full extent of what I'm supposed to take care of. Oh God, Lily's tone is growing slightly impatient, but she's doing a good job of not letting Shizune see how unsettled she's becoming. Good on ya. She's playing her cards close to her chest. Shizune, on the other hand, wraps her fingers cheerfully along the edge of her glasses, knowing Lily can neither hear nor see how excited she is. Of course, you do so much, class rep. It must be so difficult being you. Oh. Lily tightens her lips at Misha's words, clearly understanding the intent behind them, even though Misha delivers them without a hint of sarcasm, which they were meant to have. Damn, I need to get better at Misha, though. Like, I'm reading like Misha's lines as if it were Shizune, not as if it were Misha. Misha's like if I were to do it, hold on. Of course, you do so much, class rep. It must be so difficult being you. Like, that'd probably be more better than what I said, but you know what I mean. Let's continue. Shizune and Lily don't like each other. That much is clear, but this seems a little bit much. It seems like Lily has had enough and is ready to push back. Oh my fucking God. That freaked me out a second there. I was actually just discussing the budget report before you came by. You must be very talented to have finished all your student council duties so quickly so that you could track me down to make sure I don't forget my own. Are you accusing me of slacking off? It seems like you're confusing me with yourself. I love how Misha. I don't think so. That would be a very difficult thing for me to do, comparing myself to you. You're right. The difference between us is like heaven and hell. And it's not hard to guess which one you might represent. Damn! Oh, Jesus. Oh, is it hot in here? Do I feel the fucking flames of destruction? The air between them ripples with the heat of their enmity. Well, not really. They can't disguise it anymore, though. Even Misha looks like she's beginning to understand the real nature of this conversation. It just cuts back. Hick-chan, don't you slack off either. What are you talking about? Don't fucking... Aren't you taking part in the festival, Hick-chan? You are, aren't you? Then I hope you're going to do a lot more than to make sure it goes smoothly than this person. I don't understand why Shizune's suddenly getting mad at me. Don't drag me into this. I've done my part. Hey, come on, cut me and Lily some slack. I'd probably say that one, to be honest. Like, this one's like, because, like, I guess it's mostly because we've been, like, kind of interjecting every now and then for Lily, even though she doesn't really need us to. She's got a fire of her own, but, like, if it was me, if it was actually me, which is how I'm kind of playing this game right now, I would say cut us both some slack because this is fucked. So let's just calm down. Hey, I'm the new guy, remember? And it's not like I could have done much even if I wanted to. That's right. You shouldn't expect a transfer student to jump right into it on his first week. Lily taking my side feels oddly comforting. So I decided to back her up, too. Yeah, and you're unreasonable with us both. Excuses. Miss Claprep has already had plenty of time to deal with her report. And we repeatedly offered you a position to help with the student council work, but you refused to commit yourself to making the festival a success. Yeah, but as I said back then, I'm not sure if... I don't have time for this right now. No matter what I do, it will mean being drawn into a confrontation with Shizune, and that's what she wants. Whatever, just forget it. I turn my back to them. Damn. Lily, class is going to be starting soon, so we could talk more later. I'll tell Hanako you were looking for her. I can feel Shizune freezing. Maybe this is the first time she's ever been ignored in such a blunt manner. Thank you, Hisao. I'll leave now, then. She gives me the sweetest smile I've seen here all week. Oh, and turns on her heels to make her exit. As soon as Lily walks out the door, I suddenly start feeling reluctant about turning to face Shizune. I can feel her eyes burning into my back, and I can't bring myself to look at her. She must be fucking furious. I keep expecting Misha to say something to alleviate the tension, but it really is just wanting too much. In the end, I go back to my seat and listen to the sound of Shizune's footsteps as she marches out of the room. She doesn't return until a few minutes before class. Dude, that was a situation and a half right there. Whew. Hanako doesn't come to morning classes at all, leaving her seat looking empty and lonely in the back of the classroom. Aww. I had to tell her that Lily was looking for her if I see her later. After the events of this morning, class is pretty boring in comparison. I turned the pages of my textbook lazily. I have a bit of catching up to do, despite trying to keep up with my studies at the hospital, but I'm not feeling that enthusiastic about it. The clock at the front of the room sounds unbearably loud. The teacher hasn't said anything in over 7 minutes, instead opting to cover the board in rows and rows of equations taken directly from the book. Oh, that's so lame. The rhythmic clashing of chalk on blackboard seems to synchronize perfectly with the ticking of the clock. I start to copy down the equations just to pass the time, even though they are right there in the textbook. Oh, God. Dude, that whole situation from earlier, man, fucking stressed me out. When the bell rings, I'm not in a hurry because I have nothing to do, so I stay for a while reviewing what we covered in class today. I prefer to leave last anyway, so I don't have to deal with the crowds in the hallways and such. I know Shizune and Misha have also stayed behind, talking to someone from another class. Shizune's signing so fast that her hands make noises like swords cutting through the fucking air. Maybe there's some pent-up anger in there. Misha's trying desperately to keep up, but it's clear she could barely manage to even understand her. I put my head down. Whatever they're discussing, it looks like it's serious business. Shizune signs to the point where her wrists crackle. Ooh. And Misha struggles to spit it out in word form. Sometimes she trips over herself like she's dealing with tongue twisters. And then on top of that, she has to sign back anything the other girl says. It seems like a rough job. Fucking poor Misha, dude. Misha looks tired, like she's about to faint. She's just... Luckily for her, their business is soon finished, and the girls sit down on their seats again. Ah! I'm so tired! She's hanging her head limply on the desk, looking exhausted. I'll use this opportunity to reconcile with Shizune a bit, without getting roped into the student council thing again, though I suspect the door is now closed for me. Festival preparations must be tough for you. Indeed, the people in this school seem to be taking the festival very seriously. A bit too fucking seriously. Whenever I see people idling around before and after classes, they're always talking about their plans for it. It's kind of neat to see everyone being so enthusiastic about it. I'm probably the only one who doesn't have something to do. Oh, Shizune scoffs at me at first, as if trying to decide whether to ignore or sneer at me. But in the end, she starts signing without doing either. Misha perks up, looking at her hands with slightly unfocused eyes. She's just like... She signs with harsh, heavy, dramatic strokes. Misha translates her signing into speech for me. She does it so well, it's almost like Shizune's actually speaking, transmitting her thoughts directly through Misha. She must have practiced it vigorously. Well, of course, we're in the student council, you know, so we're pretty busy. It's an important duty of ours to ensure the success of the festival with all our strength. More signage. We would shame ourselves in front of the past student council generations if the festival were to fail. That's why there must be no flaws. No, I think that was encumbrances? No, nothing. No, nothing that might make the festival short of perfect. Shizune's passionate speech and Misha's enacting are really oddly fitting of them. Oh, hello. What? Hello? Oh, hey, Hanako, I got something to tell you. Lily was looking for you. I look over my shoulder and see Hanako peering timidly into the classroom, most of her body's hidden behind the door. Oh, hey, playing delinquent again? Okay, you don't have to say that. Hanako blushes hard at Misha's straightforward jab, even if it was only in jest. Oh, no. Shizune stares at her probingly, causing Hanako to look down and start backing away to the point where only her fingers can be seen wrapped nervously around the edge of the door. Maybe she's showing her dislike of Hanako by association of her dislike of Lily. It appears so, and Hanako probably knows it as well. What is it, Hanako? Has Lily been here? Sorry, haven't seen Satao. She came by in the morning though. Hanako keeps looking uneasily at Shizune, who stares back at her with her usual studying gaze. What's she trying to do? Of course, Shizune isn't going to look away, and she's intimidating enough as it is, so I can only imagine how terrified Hanako would be. Dude, not to mention Hanako's like super duper shy and shit. Like this, it's a little uncomfortable watching Hanako's reaction to Shizune's normal behavior. This is what happens when two people of two different extremes meet, it seems. Yup. Do you know where she is? If she has any sense in her head, she's in her classroom working on her festival, their festival project. But who knows where that woman's loitering at? Damn. You need to find her? She was looking for you in the morning, but I guess you missed each other. She waits a little without answering the simple question, looking awfully like she's not sure if it's proper to answer such a question. Yeah. I could come with you. If that's okay, you know. Don't wanna push my luck. Hanako nods fractionally, still on her guard, her shoulders stiff like wood. Get the feeling that she might be more comfortable by herself after all, but it's too late to back off now. She has this really troubled expression she seems to wear almost constantly, one that makes me constantly on guard myself. I wonder why. I kind of understand why she always seems to be so wary, or maybe more like why there could be a person like her. But I still have no idea how I should act around such a person. You gotta just be, patient. Really. It's dinner time soon. Were you planning to eat with Lily? She nods slightly. So she must have been trying to get to the get in the cafeteria. Well, there's something of a dinner crowd, just like the cafeteria is crowded during lunch. It's not that bad because dinner times is longer than lunch hour, but I can understand why Hanako could be discouraged from going in. Well, shit ton of people. I pick up my bag and we take our leave. Hanako skips a little to meet my initial pace, so I slow down to match her speed. Oh, boy. Jesus Christ. It's not... Like... They set up that bad blood real fast, and then real fast we saw how heated it could get. God damn, everyone needs to come. You like it? And you like this picture in glorious 60 FPS? Oh, lordy lord, that's... Well, and I don't know, like... I've seen everyone be like, Shizune's shitty, but I get her personality. She's not necessarily for me in terms of personality, but I don't, it's not like I hate her or anything. Maybe something will change in my mind later as we go down in the story, but right now it's kind of like she probably just needs to calm down a little bit. Like, just chill out. But I don't know. I'm chill, so.